Cool. Welcome in, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and break down what I think is going to happen here at market open. All right, so today's Thursday, obviously, right? We've been in the previous week range all week, and it's already Thursday. So I'm expecting today to run up to previous week high just from, the overnight sessions expanding so much. I'm thinking that, this is a clean candle range right here. We had 8 a.m. manipulation with the 8:30 unemployment claims news. So I'm thinking we may get an SMT here with ES at this high right here, which I guess we already have one, but I guess the 8 or the 7 a.m. high, excuse me, we're going to get an SMT there, I think, at market open. But we have a nice, again, candle range right here on the 1 hour, 8:30 manipulation. That's the high up there. Go to the 5 minute. We did get a change in the state. We've just been chilling, up here around this 5 minute FEG. But we did get a change in delivery right here after the candle sweep. So I'm thinking they're going to want to take this higher here at market open. I think they're going to pop it up, and we'll find out here in the next 5 minutes. But I'm thinking they're going to want to pop that up. That's kind of like the framework that I'm going for market open. I think we're going to push up because we already had the manipulation, right? We had the SMT divergence occur right here, 8:30. You see how YM made the lower low. ES and NQ did not. That is a sign of manipulation. Then we got the change in delivery off of that. So I'm assuming that we're going to go higher. I think this day is going to be one of those days where 9:30 just rips up. And then from there, after taking this high here, we're going to have to reassess because this week has no news drivers, right? So if this week has no news drivers, it's kind of, I find it like they're not going to take it all the way up to previous week high, I feel like, because of the lack of news drivers. Like, we're still a whole 240 points away. So, like I said, I want to reassess once we take this high, if we can take it at market open, which I think we will. But I want to reassess here at this high. Either if YM takes it first or NQ takes it first, or maybe ES. Remember earlier this week how we were looking for, I think it was like a London low, and NQ took it before ES, and ES was the closest one. So just going to wait for market open here. But yeah, we're pretty far from previous week high. I personally think we range in the previous week range just because of the lack of news drivers. So, today could very well be like a Thursday reversal back down. Who watched the recap from yesterday? Okay, so in the recap yesterday, I told you guys the same thing. The lack of news drivers probably is going to keep us in the previous week range until next week, because next week makes a lot more sense to do something to get us out of this range because we have CPI next week. We don't have hardly any news this week. Like this was the last bit of news this week was unemployment claims, and it didn't do much. It just manipulated. So expecting 9:30 expansion. We'll see what happens here in the next 3 minutes. But yeah, it's kind of like my thought process here going into today. If we form an SMT up here with ES, then I want to watch to see how this 4-hour candle closes. Because if we close back within this range, then I'd probably look for shorts lower into the 4-hour gap. Okay? Because we're still holding this fair value gap on the 15-minute. We haven't got above it yet. So I want to see if we manipulate or just push up and sweep this out and then drop lower. Now, if we get above this high and we invalidate a bearish SMT and we just keep pushing higher, then obviously the only target that I see here is, first of all, we can target this 1-hour gap. If we get past that, then obviously it's previous week high. But this is a bit of a stretch because we've already expanded overnight about 254 points. So if it's going to expand again, I mean, this is going to have to move another 240 points. So it can be a big day, it can be a big expansion day, or it can be a bullshit day. We'll see. We did have sponsorship for the daily lowdown here from a 1-hour gap. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. ES looks like it could come down into this 1-hour gap. You see that there? That would be the completion of the 1-hour range right here. The 5 a.m. range. And then if we form a fair value gap on the 4-hour, that would be nice. But if we're playing by ranges and we're in the previous week range, I think, again, we're above equilibrium, so we're in a premium. I think we could come back down if we get an SMT up here. So it's London reversal, NY continuation. No, it could be a New York reversal. It's kind of what I'm expecting, to be honest. Okay, we have 925 pushing down. All right, we're coming down, sweeping out these lows. This up here, if we push up higher and take out this high, again, reassessing there, I think this could be a New York reversal back to the downside. Again, we're playing in a range, bro, so we got to play by the range rules, right? Sell above equilibrium, buy below equilibrium. So, do you think we moved up to give August 5th 10 a.m. candle a wick? August 5th 10 a.m. candle. Oh, this one right here? No. Again, we're playing by ranges, bro. So we were literally in the equilibrium, or below the equilibrium, excuse me, of the previous week range. So we came into a discount, respected this, got a 4-hour CRT back to the upside. That could be a confluence, though. I mean, you could have used that as a confluence to go higher yesterday. So, all right, another SMT there, right here, with NQ. Boom, another big SMT there. Same with YM. So definitely want to pay attention to this high right here. So that's the same. Well, this isn't the same high, but it's definitely a nice high right here. 6 a.m. high. That's what happens in a range, J-Bo. We have a lot of SMTs back and forth. All right, here's market open. Let's see what happens. Okay. Rip to the downside first. We might tap into this 1-hour gap on ES. Here we go. We just tapped it right there. Okay, so YM might expand to the upside before NQ does. Check ORG, opening range gap. Oh my God. Appreciate that, Carter. Damn, that's a fat opening range gap. Oh my God. Okay. What about ES? It's a fat opening range gap. Jeez. It's pretty big. That kind of changes the bias a little bit. Just a little bit. Because we could rebalance or fill some of that opening range gap. Around 200 points. Jesus. See if this 5-minute CISD holds. Nice tap into the 1-hour gap. Let's see if it holds here. Still got the 1 hour. Yeah, we still got the 1 hour dancing around the open. Let's see. Equal lows here. I hate range bound markets just because we're just literally range bound. Doesn't really deliver to anywhere. At the minimum, I'm expecting this high, though. If this can hold, I'm expecting this high right there. Let's see. Nice open lower. 30-minute, nice. Sweep of the previous 30-minute candles low. 15-minute as well. See the 1-minute, nice. Let's see. Still nice SMT with YM as well. We definitely want to see it stay above the 930 opening. If not, then 1 hour gap still holding. We just tapped that one. If not, we could get down to here. Where's equilibrium of this little overnight range? Let me check real quick. Yeah, so discounts down here if we drop lower. But so far, it looks like the CISD is holding. There goes YM. YM expand to that high right there. There you go. Nice manipulation there. Manipulation into expansion, I believe, is what's going to happen. There's YM delivered nicely to that high right there. Where's YM's target? I know YM isn't at all-time highs, so we could kind of maybe use YM for a baseline here. So we got this buy side there, that buy side, and this buy side on YM. So boom. Okay, that was swept. So it looks like NQ is going to go to that high now. Want to see it follow through. Want to see it stay above the 930 opening. Let's see. Let's see it stay above the 930 opening. GP lines up with the top of the NWOG from July 27th to August 1st. I know I have the NWOG marked out somewhere. Oh, you're talking about equilibrium to the downside. Okay, gotcha. I think we take out this high. We already have SMT at that high, though. But I think NQ takes it. Let's see. Let's see if we can switch it here. There we go. We got this going here. Hopefully we can slap this and get the max. When the opening range gap is huge, it's likely to keep going in that direction and not fill it or reject it. Good tip, Carter. There you go. Good sauce for you guys. If the opening range gap is big like that, it's likely to keep going in that direction, which is higher, and not fill it or reject it. Good stuff, Carter. Appreciate that. Yeah, Carter studies the opening range gaps and the first presented gap and all that. Let's see. 934. See if we can get a follow through up there. Swept out this high here. Again, ideally I want to see it stay above the 930 opening. Don't want to see it go below it. 1 minute's coming down. Got equal lows right here. Oof. Yeah, I got some Topstep evals. That's the only thing I'm trading today since I already hit. I caught some longs at the opening over here. But I'm in with some Topstep evals. Yeah, so if you guys want to see the opening range gap, just click on the ETH down here on the bottom right on your trading view and click regular trading hours. You'll see the opening range gap here. Right? That's regular trading hours. So that's what like options traders and shit see. Futures traders see all the overnight data. 15-minute CISD to the downside off this bearish 4 hour? No. No. I see what you're seeing right here. I mean, it could actually work out. We just hit equilibrium this wick. Because we do have SMT with YM now at the highs. Would have definitely liked to have seen NQ take out the high and give ES that same SMT. I guess we do have SMT here at this high with ES, but I still think we take out this high on NQ. I'd change bias if we pierce this low here. If we pierce this low here, that invalidates the CISD, which should be a protected low. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, haven't swept the high, just waiting for some displacement to the downside. Yeah, that would be best. If you're looking for bearish price action, just wait for some displacement to the downside. We have YM displacing pretty hard after taking that high there. Let's see what happens. When the 4 hour closes in 2 a.m. range, I'm actually bearish. Yeah, if ES closes like this, I'm low-key a little bearish too on ES. ES is the weaker one, I think. What's it looking like? Yeah, ES, or YM is the weakest one technically off the percent change. But yeah, NQ is the strongest, so you want to focus on NQ for longs, and YM is the weakest. Then ES is the second one. Retap the CISD here on the 5-minute. Right there. Let me switch this back. There we go. Yeah, 15-minute looks criminal. 9:35. I mean, just 5 minutes into market open. Do we have 10 a.m. news? We don't, right? Not today. No, we don't. We don't have any news for the rest of the week or the rest of the day. Want to see this 1 hour CRT complete on NQ. Again, staying above 9:30 opening's key right here. Want to see this rip higher. Let's see. Bro, why is my dog barking so much? Damn. Okay, let's see it rip here. Let's see it go up, boys. Look at this 5-minute chart. It looks good, bro. As long as the CISD hold, like I'm saying, like this should be a protected low down here because of the SMTs. See if it goes. Sweep out that high right there. And let's see. Let's get above the high there. What's 1 minute look like? Okay, so we just swept out this fucking high right here. I sold. I went break even when YM took the high. You got to lay in the bed that you make, bro. Got to lay in the bed that you make. You had 1, 2, 3 opportunities to enter this 5-minute CISD. So, there we go. Sindruke, Handruke, Shandruke. Sindruke. There you go. High take in right there. 5-minute CISD. Total of, if you got in the CISD, about 45 points. About 45 pointers. There you go, Noah. Good shit. $900. Good stuff. Why the fuck I'm killing it on demo and on live? Not for. I'll have to change my mind. It's because most of the time, a lot of people are just scared to execute on a live account or a funded account. You can't be scared, bro. You got to just accept the risk, bro. All right, so we've taken the high out here as expected around 9:30. We expanded higher, took out that high. So here, this is where you got to reassess. So let's look at this logically, right? I don't think we're going to come all the way back down to the 6 p.m. low to make a new daily low because there's just not enough time in the day, in my opinion, to come all the way back down to here and give it a new low, right? So what does that leave us? That leaves us with either a retracement lower to go higher or just straight higher. Now, let's look at this from like a common sense perspective, right? We have this 1 hour gap. Hold on, bro. Let me go put my dog in. All right, so we have this 1 hour that just swept the high. So what can we assume? We can assume that either this is going to retrace or just keep ripping higher. Now, which is the most likely probability now, given the information that the market's given us? What's the most likely outcome here? Retrace, right? A pullback. Okay, I don't know. I don't think that it's going to come all the way back down to here to give the daily candle a new low. It'd be crazy if it did with no news drivers. But I do think we pull back into the overnight range right here, into equilibrium, right? Into this 1 hour gap possibly. Maybe even take out the London low on ES because ES is the weakest one. I don't think NQ reaches it, but I really don't think that we expand all the way up to previous week high. I really think that we just range in the previous week range. I think this week is going to be an inside candle. That's what I think because of the lack of news drivers and, not much volatility in the marketplace right now. So, hey, there you go, Squid. Squid just banked 1.1K. So go to the 5-minute. Now, if we get below the 9:30 opening now, since we use the CISD to move higher, that would be a new change in the state right here, below 9:30 opening. And again, if we're looking for shorts, we ideally want to focus on the weaker assets like ES or YM, which YM, Looks like it's already getting the 1 hour or the 5 minute change, excuse me. And we're forming a 1 hour range here with the 8 a.m. candle. So if we close like this, the next 15 minutes, I believe we could go lower and take out this low here. 4 hour CRT on ES, yes. Looks like we're forming it. Watch out for that gap formation though. I wouldn't do anything until 10 here, or until the macro, the 950, 1010 macro. So longs are meant for stronger assets and shorts are meant for weaker assets. Yes, correct. Yep. Of course, bro. I mean, it doesn't make sense longing the weakest one. Like if you were long on ES, I mean, you're either break even at a loss or you're probably about to get stopped. Like think about it, right? NQ was the strongest one. YM took the high first and NQ followed through and then ES hasn't done anything. We're just in a range, right? This is a weaker asset compared to NQ. Right? So you don't want to take the weaker one. Yeah, so I want to see a change in delivery here on the 1 hour. Nice strong push here on the new 5 minute candle. We already got a change on ES right here. We're below the 930 opening. It's really hard to be bearish in a super bullish market. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Markets seem confused in direction after last week's sell-off. A consolidation week is to be expected. Yeah, and that's why we're so back and forth, right? That's why we think that this is going to go up to previous week high, and then it comes right back down, and then it just stays in previous week range. Because we have such a massive range from last week. Again, the weekly candle is just literally ranging in the previous week range on all assets. And next week, CPI, I mean, that can get us out of a range. So that's a big, we have a lot of news drivers next week, and that's a big news driver. So this 4 hour candle, the way it's closing is looking pretty nice. Nice SMT at the highs here on this 4 hour wick, getting a 15-minute change as well on all these assets. So we could, in fact, on ES, I think, get down to the London low, the 2 a.m. low, right? Which is the target for this 4 hour CRT. 2 a.m. low. And then maybe even the 6 p.m. low on ES. That would be crazy if we flip the end dog and go lower. That would be insane. I guess there is enough time in the day to do that. Because now we're forming a ginormous wick and we're displacing lower pretty quick here. Any trades? Yeah, a little longs to the 7 a.m. high here. I'm locked out of these Topstep evals. I just hit the max profit. All right, yeah, I'm done with this. Let me lock out real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Locked out of that. Yeah, I'm on 150Ks, yep. Yeah, I caught longs in the 5 minute CISD. Right here. Just up to the 7 a.m. high, that's it. Because, again, the framework was 8:30 manipulation. Was expecting 9:30 to expand. We took the low out over here on ES at 9:30, and then YM took out the high, and then NQ took out the high, and now we're coming back lower. Your coin calls are in the money. Hold on, let me check. What are we doing? Hold on. Let's see. Coin calls. Ooh, coin calls are up. Riot's coming back up. Baba's coming back up. There we go. Those swings are looking nice. Hold on, let me check the port. Let me check the port. Let me check the Robinhood. Give me a sec. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're coming back up. Nice. I'm in some Tesla calls as well. Coin calls are hella in the money. Damn. Okay. Fire. Baba is coming back. I'm pretty much around break even on Baba. Cool. You're looking for shorts. Exactly why? Why exactly? Because we have SMT at the recent highs up here, at the local highs. We're getting a 15-minute change. Very nice displacement on YM and 4 hour change in delivery. We're in a premium of the previous week range. I really don't think we get up to previous week high today. That's just another 255 points that we have to push for the next, what, like 7-8 hours? I mean, we could, don't get me wrong, but if we're changing delivery here on the lower time frames and we're getting those ranges, I mean, I don't really think we are. It just won't make sense. I think we stay in the previous week range the rest of the week. I think Friday just ranges and it doesn't do anything. Because again, it's the lack of news drivers this week, right? We don't have a lot of volatility in the marketplace. Even though, yeah, we have expanded these days, we haven't taken out the previous week low or the previous week high. So, I mean, look at this, right? We're just in the previous week range. That's what we're doing. And if we're looking at, let me go ahead and just put premium and discount. The monthly opening is equilibrium, which is kind of funny. Monthly open here, we drop lower. This is where you want to bid longs under the monthly opening, under this equilibrium right here, since we're ranging, right? We want to play by the rules of a range. We're above it, right? Above the monthly opening, then we drop lower, back into discount, and back into discount of the previous day range. Right? Hit discount there overnight, take out the previous day low, SMT with YM at the previous day low. That's why we expanded higher yesterday. Now we're in a deep premium. We're in OTE of the previous week range. So it's either we pull back into the range, which YM is doing right now, to go higher, and then we just keep ripping higher. But I don't think we take out the previous week high today. I don't think we do that. And if we expand super hard during 10 a.m., the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle, I mean, the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle is going to tell us everything we need to know for the rest of the day. That's it. The 4-hour 10 a.m. candle is going to tell us what the rest of the day wants to do. If the 4-hour 10 a.m. candle pushes higher, then yeah, we can expand up to like this untapped 1-hour gap. That could be a target right there. If you're long bias, that would be one target, right? Because that's internal liquidity. That's the same 4-hour unfilled gap as well. So if you're long bias, I mean, that's a target right there instead of previous week high. But I don't think we get to previous week high today. It's just too far. It'd be fire if we do though, but I don't think we will. I think we either range bound, retrace, and then range bound, or push up a bit higher up to here, but I don't think we get previous week high. We didn't get the change on NQ. 15. Yeah, okay. No 15 change on NQ yet. $9.50. So 1 minute look like. $9.39, the first presented fair value gap, yeah. If I had a new account to trade Zella, would I have to re-add you dabs at NATO? Yes. Yes, you do. Holy spam, bro. So sad my limit didn't get filled on coin calls. I had one up yesterday. I think you can edit it in Mentors tab. Oh, can you, Shawnee? I don't know how to do that, but got cooked for shorts. Soggy, bro, we didn't have any confirmation yet. Besides on YM. Well, not even YM. We haven't even closed. No reason to take shorts yet. You gotta wait for those candle closures, brother. Gotta wait for those candle closures, especially the 4 hour. Have to wait on them. Which one did you take it on, Soggy? Did you take it on NQ, I'm assuming? Because ES has been down. It hasn't really moved up a lot. NQ. You're shorting the strongest asset, bro. You don't want to short the strongest asset. You want to short the weaker assets like YM and ES. You don't look at what happens if you short the stronger asset, the strongest asset. Look at that. Gold was really clean too. I don't know if anybody, or it's still pretty clean right now. I don't know if anybody's watching gold. 4 hour range. We saw at the previous 4 hour low. The high's a target. A 15-minute change. I think gold's pretty nice here. Got a nice 15-minute change right here. Holding this fair value gap as well. Indices, again, I'm expecting lower. So if it goes lower, gold should go higher. So gold looks pretty decent. Yeah, look at YM go, bro. YM is dumping. And you see YM over here on the percent change? It's the weakest one. Weakest one, YM. Weaker one, ES. Strongest one, NQ. Not getting above the first percentage fair value gap either. Rejecting it. YM tapped 50% of the opening range gap. Let's see it. Oh, it did. Nice. Nice catch. Damn. Nice catch there. Damn, just tapped it perfectly. Good stuff. Yeah, NQ is ripping back up. This one isn't too far. The untapped Sibi. That's only 63 points away. Versus like previous week high. That's not that far away though. The untapped Sibi is not that far away. Looks like 10 a.m. might pump higher. So this is why it's important. Just gonna out you out a little bit, Soggy, but it's very important that you wait for these higher time frame candle closures before you take shorts. Yeah, why you guys taking shorts? OOM. Why are you taking shorts, brother? Did look good for shorts, but like you gotta wait for the candle closures. You didn't even get a CISD on the 15-minute for NQ. So if we're looking at the 4 hour to 15-minute, you didn't get that. Was impatient and shorted the strongest asset. Lesson learned. That's what happens. I'm cooking on demo. All right, looks like the Sibi might be the target here for NQ. If you're looking for longs, the focus would be on NQ, not ES or YM. The focus would be on NQ, the strongest asset. There's no reason to focus on YM or ES, excuse me. If you're looking for longs, there's just no reason to. I would be focusing on NQ. Took this on my practice account. Also impatient. Didn't wait for candle closure. Gonna journal this. One of my biggest rules: wait for confirmation and candle closures. Yes, it's very, very important, bro. Business, bro. Gold is something else. Feeling spy puts. I don't know, man. I'm thinking QQQ calls up to here. 10 a.m. open high, no wick, but if 9:30 was the expansion, I think 10 a.m. could be the continuation here. But I don't know. Let's check out QQQ real quick. Hold on. I kind of want to do some calls, but if we're doing calls, I think I would do like some, because this, see, okay, so QQQ chart, I think we could hit all-time highs on QQQ. The futures chart, I don't think so. I think 573 calls could be a play. I'm thinking about it. I'm not in yet. I'm just thinking. Is this where we would enter for continuation? Yeah, you would have entered right there where you got stopped, Soggy. Spy puts. We don't have a. Do we have a? We don't have a 15-minute change, bro. So there's no. Wait, do we? No, there's no reason to. I probably would not. Even though we have a lot of SMT up here. 1 minute change. 10 a.m. open high. I think 10 a.m. continues higher though. We tapped July 30th end dog on NQ. Be careful with longs. Groshi and his end dogs. Groshi and his end dogs. I'm feeling it, Big J. Hey, bro, if you're feeling it, take it, bro. If you're feeling it, take that shit. Let's see. I might fuck around and just buy some 573 calls, like low size. Every time I do 0 days though, you gotta size for 0. Like you gotta already think that money's already gone, bro. No lungs. Sizing for 0 is fun. It's crazy. It's cool because if you know what you're doing on 0 days, a little bit of size can go a long way. Would you say YM London Lows could be a play? Where's London Lows? All the way down here? Possibly, yes. Quite possibly. Just made a new low. We just took out the previous 1 hour low. You want to see some follow through under this low though. At the moment. Going to touch grass. Oh my god, bro. You got edged on that. Jeez. YM is dumping, bro. It's time to doom scroll. It's time to doom scroll. I look, you don't like this range. That's kind of ass. See, if we get a 15-minute change, then that would be cool, but we don't have it yet. Just don't have it. And then the civvy is like we're fucking right here. 30 points away from this high. Not even 30 points, 28 points. Still below 930 opening. Equilibrium of this range. We are. Okay, we're in discount of that range. Are you looking for a 15-minute CISD on ES? Yeah. So if you want to go short, I would, again, if you're looking to short, it would be YM first, ES second, NQ last. That's the last option if you're looking to short. Non-negotiable, bro. Like, it just doesn't make sense to short NQ. It really doesn't. I'm gonna try some 0 days. Fuck it. Ugh. I don't think it hurts to try some 0 days, low size, like 4 or 5 cons. Like 400 or 500 bucks. He said no, Big J don't. I mean, it's size for 0, bro. So I'll try it out. It's not gonna hurt, bro. I'm good. Wishing you luck. You literally all this week, bro, all you had to do was just long the daily opening. Like for real. If you would have just longed the daily opening, like you would have been straight. For the last, what was it, 2 days, we've had 1800 low, so 6 p.m. low. You would have longed the daily opening, you would have been good yesterday. You longed the daily opening today, you would have been good. I think it was the same case on Monday, yeah? Yeah, Monday, long the daily opening, you're good. Like, what the fuck? Like, that is insane. Oh, yeah, I'm probably cooked on these 0 days. If we flip here. So because NQ formed a 15-minute CIST, where would you have entered long? Would you not have entered yet? So I entered long on the 5-minute CISD before market open. Right here. Mills. So right here, this line right here. Remember, series of down close candles, opening price of that first one in the series. You get a closure above it. You have a 1 hour range, right? You slap the CISD, you target the 1 hour range high, which was right here. That was it. Right now, I mean, if you're looking for longs on NQ, they would, in my opinion, be around here in this area right here. You got a order block here on the 5-minute, CISD on the 5-minute. You have the first presented gap on the 5 or on the 1 minute, excuse me. So if we hold this area right here, I think we get up to the SIBI right here. It doesn't look like it wants to hold it. Because I'm in some 0 days right now, but probably going to get cooked. Especially if ES and... Yeah, especially if ES gets the CISD here. It's GG, it's wraps. YM's coming down to the end dog for sure. YM is definitely coming down to that end dog. If we get the CISD on ES, where would you stop B? Above the candle that formed it, so 10 a.m. high. But at this point, it's just going way too far. Yeah, so we just went back lower, below the first presented gap, which isn't good. Yeah, this thing is ripping to the downside. Holy crap. Drop back into the range. It's fucking cooked. It's cooked. It's cooked, bro. It's over. It's over. Back into the range as expected in the outlook. I definitely want to see NQ hit that SIBI, though. I want to see NQ hit that SIBI today. Because that's a good internal target right there. The 4 hour and the 1 hour. Like, that's a really good target if we push up higher. Because NQ is obviously the strongest one. We just took out the 1 a.m. low over here on YM. Now we have SMT over here down at the Asia low. So we just hit midnight opening too on ES. I'd be very wary about shorting right now. Let's see if YM can have a follow through the 6 p.m. low. Rip, Big J. I'll go, bro. It's only like $400. Still have them too, so if this turns around, I'll be good. My boy Desi just got cooked too. Damn, man, my boy Lonto, he just got cooked on longs. Damn. Only 400 with my whole account size. Did you slap spy puts, Jawad? Do you think this week is horrible due to news or summer month? It's due to the lack of news, bro. Lack of volatility. All news really does, guys, is just it sends us to whatever objective needs to be hit, whatever liquidity needs to be hit. Like that's literally it. That's all news does. It'll manipulate a liquidity pool. Like that's it. You can see obviously since we have the lack of news, I mean we haven't taken previous week low or high. And I think we stay in this range. At most, if we push back up, I think we get to the Sibby and that's it. At least for today. If tomorrow takes out previous week high on a Friday, that'd be fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be funny as shit. Out of all the days, fucking Friday takes it out. That'd be funny. That'd be comical, bro. So if no news, then we can expect range trading and high resistance conditions. But for the most part, like this week is that because we've obviously haven't taken previous week low. Like if we would have took previous week low at opening for the weekly candle, that would have been fire. Like previous week low sweep and then SMT somewhere with one of these assets would have been super sick. But we didn't get that. We didn't get that at all on any of the assets. None of the assets took out previous week low. So we just literally opened higher. And I was bearish coming into the week, but after Monday I was bullish, and then after Tuesday I was a little more bearish, and then obviously you see what happened after that. So today again bullish expansion overnight, and the only other target that I see, the next target that is the 1 hour and 4 hour untapped Sibby if we go higher on NQ. Yeah, so Carter just mentioned we're getting the silver bullet 5-minute gap. On ES. If you're looking for shorts, you could try shorts out here on ES. Right here. That's probably the best place to try shorts. Jeez, I bet this daily wick has, yeah, it's a fat ass daily wick. This is a ginormous daily wick on YM. Jeez. It's humongous. That's what she said. Bang, let's go, baby Kia. Good stuff. You got that YM short. Good shit, bro. Okay, you killed it on the ES short NQ. Good stuff. So okay, cool, nice. Good stuff, baby Kia and NQ. Good shit, bro. Looks like everybody's banking. Looks like we're gonna take out the 6 p.m. low on YM right now. Whoa. Ba, 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 ba. This looks like yesterday. This whole week, man. This whole week. Straight 8 p.m. 8 p.m. rip. 8 p.m. low of day. Let's see the 1 minute. Oof. Down 150 on these QQQ calls. I'm down 150, bro. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? We're at the... Yeah, so we're at the midpoint of this opening range gap on ES. Watch this 5-minute gap here that formed the 10:05. If you're looking for shorts. Bro, people got their lick and left. That's crazy. That's why they're never consistently profitable. Yeah, we just took out the 6 p.m. low over here on YM. Damn, crazy reversal, bro. Insane. Insane to the membrane. So if we take out London lows on ES, dip into this 1 hour gap here that formed at 6 p.m. See if we get that. First presented gap, 5-minute fair value gap on QQQ or QQQ, damn, on NQ. So overlapped PD arrays. On days where you chill, do you do anything specifically to like a routine to get your mind right? I just fucking walk away, bro, after. Like, you know what I did yesterday? I just went to go work out. Just got off the computer for the rest of the day. Went to go get some food and just chilled for the rest of the day, bro. Watched a movie, just something super chill. I didn't even think about it anymore, bro. I just forgot about it. Why would YM shorts have worked? Because YM was the weakest one. You got a very clean 5-minute change here at 9:40, and then you got that 5-minute gap, and then it just delivered down into to the current low of day, which was a 6 p.m. low. What's good, Jawad? Let me know, Jawad. What's up, bro? Do we go for Asia low on ES? Do we go for Asia low? NQ's still staying in that 1 hour gap, which is insane. Like the strength on NQ is kind of crazy. The strength on NQ is wild. QQQ calls would be a banger now. Oh God, they would be. I want to see if ES delivers down into here and if NQ still holds this 1 hour gap. Because if that happens, I do think NQ rips higher after that. Because if we take out all that session liquidity on the correlated assets, which YM already has, I think we can move higher on NQ if it holds this gap here on the 1 hour. If not, then it's wraps. We're gonna come back into the overnight range. The 4 hour profile video really helped a lot. So hell yeah, bro. Good stuff, Lenny. I had a limit on the 15-minute CISD on YM, but there was a 5-minute fair value gap overlapping. Would you have put the limit on the 5 minutes instead of the CISD? 15-minute CISD up here. Damn, you got edged, bro. I think I would have just left it. You know, you guys need to start doing the things that we do in the backtesting sessions, where like if we see a CISD and it's a little bit far away, just execute with half of your position of what you intend to go in with. That way, like you're still in the position, and in case you get left behind and it doesn't tap the CISD, at least you're still in with some. So maybe practice that, bro. Like if you have it on a 15-minute, but you see a 5-minute, just execute in the 5-minute, but only do it with half size. That way, if it does deliver and it doesn't tap the CISD, at least you're still in. And then the other limit or your other, CISD limit, it would be the other half of the full position that you intend to go in with. That way, again, you're in the position. You're not being left behind. You're actually in and making money instead of just being left behind on, the CISD. Because a lot of times the CISD doesn't get tapped, right? A CISD, you guys forget, it's a confirmation. It's not. It is a PD array in a sense, but it's more of a confirmation tool. Like this is confirming to you that it's changing delivery, so it's going to go up or down, right? It's a reversal signature in price. It's just a confirmation tool. That's why sometimes you don't get the tap of it. So if you ever see something like that again, Alex, go half and then set the other half as a limit at the CISD. Made the most money I ever have last month just by staying disciplined and following my rules. There you go, STL Carson. Good shit, bro. I know you fucking killed it, dude. You have the Corvette fund. Was that you, bro? With the Corvette fund on Topstep? You called it Corvette fund. It's fire, bro. I know you made a fuck ton of money. I know you were sending screenshots. You made like 8,000 on 5 accounts, like a 40K day. That shit was insane. Why we bearish, Zigga? Again, just staying in the previous week range. Swept the previous 4-hour candles high. We're getting 15-minute changes. We have SMT at the highs. No follow through on ES or YM. So that's why we're bearish right now. NQ again is the strongest asset. You don't want to short NQ. You want to focus on ES and YM if you were short. But in my opinion, it's too late to short now. It's way too late to short now. It's already it's going for those session liquidities. So about the QQQ calls. Okay, Jawad. Shit, I'm underwater on those. I'm down. What am I down now on QQQ? About 250 now. But we hope for the best. Size for 0 though. Damn, 1 a.m. low hit on ES. Do we go for the Asia low now? I believe we do. It's right there. And I don't think we're gonna hold the gap on NQ, unfortunately. Took out both sides of the 9 a.m. candle. Not good. 15-minute changing delivery as well. Not good. Not good for the bulls. I'm already down 10%. Oh my god. This is what catching 15-minute CRT in the manipulation candle perfectly looks like. There you go, Junior. Good shit, bro. Damn. Good stuff, Junior. Here we go. Asia low being taken out on ES. Bada bang. Bada boom. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, what the fuck? Making up for yesterday's tilt. Let's go, Shawnee. Good shit. Yesterday I told you that I'm leaving. I just want to say that I won't leave this weekend. I have some job where I can make money, so everything is good. You are a very, very good teacher and coach. I know it can be profitable with you. The problem is in myself. Let's go, Miguel. Yeah, man. I mean, you see the proof in here, bro. Day in and day out. We have a lot of students that have made a shit ton of money. Like, the difference between them and you, if you're struggling right now, is really just patience and discipline, bro. That's like the main two things with trading. It's like you gotta stay patient. You gotta wait for a setup, like a really good setup that you like, that you're confident in, and you gotta smack it, bro. Like a lot of times it's just a patience issue. From what I've seen, the most common theme amongst failing students or struggling students is a patience issue. That's literally it. 4 hour CRT completed on ES. Tapping into this gap now. All right, so we're still green. Bullish candle over here on NQ. You see how range bound we are, dude? This is insane. Hit this daily order block. Straight ripping lower. I mean, we've taken out all the session liquidity. The only last bit that I think price could come down to on ES would be these relative equal lows, which again is a 6 p.m. low and then this low from 12, what is this, 1240, 1235. If we do displace under the Asia low, then and flip the end dog, I do think those lows are next. Why I'm going for the what is this? What low is this? This is the Wednesday low, so that's previous day low. Tap the 1 hour gap here. Again, if we get below this on ES, it's over. It's coming down to those 6 p.m. lows, but it looks like it's respecting it for now. At this point, since we're at 10:30, I would want to wait for 11 since we have such a big bearish candle. Since 10 a.m. is such a really big candle, good shit, Junior, 2K on the day. Since 10 a.m. is such a big bearish candle, I would expect 11 a.m. to open low and take out the 10 a.m. candles low. And then maybe that would be like the last chance for this 4 hour candle to push back up. Because at that point, the 4 hour candle is displacing lower, right? And by 11 a.m., we only have 11, 12. So we have about 3 hours to reverse. So 11 a.m. reversal would be like your last chance for this to push back higher or for NQ to go higher. So you definitely want to see some sort of SMT below the 10 a.m. low at 11. If not, this is going to come down to here. And then from there, you can reassess and look for that same thing at like 12 or 1, etc. But I think that's going to be it for me, guys. Thumbs up if you like the commentary. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get a video of this. All right. All right. Thumbs up or 1 if you guys like the commentary today. Type 1 or thumbs up if you guys like the commentary today. Let's go. Good shit. A lot of you guys banked today. Good stuff, guys. That's going to be it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoy your day, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. I'm not live trading tomorrow. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Alrighty, guys. Peace. Have a good day. Later.